Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand has joined counterparts from 8 other Western countries and the European Union in condemning Israel's planned military takeover of Gaza's biggest city. The statement reads in part, "It will aggravate the catastrophic humanitarian situation, endanger the lives of the hostages, and further risk the mass displacement of civilians." The statement adds, Israel's expanded offensive risks violating international humanitarian law and warns any move to annex or settle Gaza City would violate international law. Well, for more on this, we know that Israel is rejecting criticism from the international community. Its defense minister says sanctions will not, quote, weaken our resolve. So we want to dig a bit deeper into this, and we've invited to the show Palestinian Canadian Omar Omar. He was born and raised in Gaza and is now in Canada. Some of his immediate family members are in Gaza City as we speak. So Omar, thank you so much for making time for us today.
Thank you for having me.
Omar, there's so much to dive into. I want to begin with maybe just your reaction from a couple of days ago when it was resolved on Thursday. The Israeli Prime Minister got what he wanted, cabinet support to go ahead and take over Gaza City. What was going through your mind when you heard this news?
I was recalling more images and footage of more people and more civilians being killed. It's the same images that I've been seeing for the last 2 years on my phone. And I felt extra anxious. I've been anxious for 2 years, and it's just increasing.
Have you had any opportunity to speak to family in Gaza?
I am in contact on almost daily basis with my family, but when I heard the news, I didn't want to call them because I didn't know what to tell them.
Do you think they knew? Are they aware of what's happening?
They do have access to radio stations where they can hear the news. Yes, they are aware of it.
So you didn't want to break the news to them, but you know that they know, and they are in Gaza City. So what are you hearing from your family, from friends that you're in contact with there about this decision?
I mean, they are now in a situation where they are surrendering to the fact that this will be the last days of their lives, as they have survived that last almost 2 years while moving from a place to another, while being hungry and eating less than a meal a day. Now they are surrendering to the fact that whatever happens, happens. This is the last shot. This is the last few days for us to survive. And we will try to get the best out of it, of appreciating each other's and say that I love you. I had many calls from my friends in the Gaza Strip saying, if anything wrong happened to me, I know I have been saying this for so long that I love you, but I just want you to know that you have done everything in your power to save us, and we still love you.
Omar, as you're speaking, we're showing pictures of your family that you've shared with us so generously, including your nieces and nephew. This is clearly, I would imagine, before the war started 2 years ago. And so nice to see them happy and healthy and joyful. And I wonder if we were to take pictures today, what it would look like. But what really jumped out at me is you said that they are resigned, that these are the last days in their lives. Why do they say that?
Because they're telling me that they are living in less than 20% of the Gaza Strip size. And the Gaza Strip is really a very small little piece of land. When you are talking about resuming and having more of military operations on these very tiny little pieces of lands, any military action would cause hundreds, thousands of casualties of people will be killed just because of those actions. They are aware 100% that any bomb in any of these spots will cause many people will be killed as a result.
We've been talking for weeks now about the looming famine crisis. I mean, some would say it's already in a famine situation. There's a starvation crisis. There is not enough food, not enough aid, not enough medication. Are your family members getting enough food?
They are barely getting enough food. I don't think I have been sending them tremendous amount of money to try to ask them to get anything from the black market. But they even have the money to get anything, and they can't find any goods to even buy from the black market. They are getting skinnier every day and day by day. My father, who's 75 years old, did not eat for the last week and just was able to get 1 or 2 meals just like 4 days ago. That's when we heard that some countries have been airdropping some food aid, but it's not enough. The shortage and the catastrophe is way beyond any capacity that or amount of trucks that can actually enter the Gaza Strip. In order to feed more people, Gaza requires thousands of aid trucks to enter the Gaza Strip and be distributed in a good manner.
When you just said that your 75-year-old father has not eaten in a week, my dad, were he alive, would be 75 this year, and that just made my stomach fall. That my father, your father, who you must love dearly, who you care about, who you don't go a day without thinking about him, has not eaten. I mean, this is so mind-boggling, Omar. What do you want the international community to understand? What can be done at this point?
We have been seeing statements, and statements are not enough, especially after almost 2 years. It's nice to see our Prime Minister speaking about recognizing a Palestinian state or condemning here and there, but we have seen that those statements are not enough. There are hundreds of ways that Canada can take diplomatically to punish this Israeli authority and government that is in power right now, to tell them what you're doing is wrong and can stop them actually of doing it. I don't believe that those statements will lead to anything if they do not come up with action, an actionable plan that can be implemented. For example, this plan that they talked about evacuating our own direct family members, it came with no plan. Because of that, this promise was not made true. My family is still in a starvation mode. Nobody have been evacuated to Canada. They've passed every security clearance and every eligibility under this program. I am ready to have them here, but I can't see them. They're not here. So as a result of this statement or that condemnation, the result is zero.
We know that the suffering is over there, but I think what a lot of people forget, for the loved ones abroad like yourself, you are suffering. And I wonder what these past 2 years have been like for you, because I know, as you just mentioned, you're trying to bring your family here, but there is no plan. So talk to me about the toll this is taking on you.
You know, Canadians have been seeing me on CBC and other channels grieving, almost crying and weeping, the sadness that I'm at. But even behind this face that can still stand on TV to talk about the suffering, on the back end, there is a lot of things that I try to do on a daily basis to keep the hope alive. I lost my job. I lost many things. I lost money. I lost savings. I lost houses back home. I lost everything. I almost lost everything now but myself. I almost lost myself. Surviving here means that I take enormous amount of supplements to keep myself calm. I try to take care of myself, go to the gym, and just do things that can make me and keep me being still sane and still being able to at least be a good human, while losing control, while crying every once in a while having a panic attack and living with a continuous, and now it's an anxiety. I think it's becoming a permanent anxiety for now. I would love to see an end, because I choose to come here with life, escaping from an open air prison. And in the last 2 years, my life has been on a pause. I can't do anything.
Omar, I'm so sorry for what you are going through. I am so deeply sorry for what your family and all the people suffering in Gaza are dealing with right now. I really want to thank you for your time, and I wish you the best of luck. I think all good, decent people in the world want this thing to come to a conclusion, and for everyone in the region, Israeli, Palestinian alike, to live with safety and dignity and be able to love their family members. I hope you get to hug your dad very soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
It's our pleasure.